today's video I'm going to be sharing my updated makeup routine. After my moisturizing or my skincare routine, I go in with my primer. That's the first step to my makeup. You always have to prime your face. I have oily to combination skin. I always like to go in with a mattifying primer. So when I was getting this primer, I had to read to make sure it was mattifying, because sometimes I cannot necessarily find foundations I like that are mattifying, so I tend to use a mattifying primer. This was initially supposed to be my first step, to be honest. I love to moisturize my lips. I'm using this lip gloss from Golden Rose. It's my all-time favorite lip gloss. I feel like I've used it for years. Next thing I go in with is my eyebrow setter. I recently started setting my brows because, guys, my brows just grow in different shapes and direction. So setting your brows works perfectly well if you're someone with full brows. I like to just set it in the direction I would usually draw my brows and then let it sit and dry while I go in with my eyebrow. The eyebrow pencil I'm using is an old eyebrow pencil. As you saw, I could not remember the name, but I think it's some Divas something. I've had them for years. I've used them for years. I feel like I need to explore with my eyebrows with different products at this point, because I'm someone, if I like something, obviously if I like someone, I'll stick to the person if they have sense, but if I like something or a particular product, I would use it. So what I'm doing is I outline my eyebrows and then I fill it in the natural shape. I recently had my makeup done by a professional makeup artist. She sort of shaped my brows in a way. At first I didn't like it after taking off my makeup, but now I think I'm learning to work with it, because girl, you just have to learn to work with it. And I think I like it because it gives me the option to draw my brows how I want. So now I'm going in with my concealer to just shape the brows and give it the shape I want. That's the purpose of going in with a concealer. Usually I like to use one that is very close to my skin. I mean, this is the only concealer I use. I'm supposed to have two, one lighter, one very close to my skin. You can use the ones very close to your skin just to shape your eyebrows and give it that shape. Like I said, when I draw my brows, I always try to follow the natural shape of my brows. Always remember, your brows are cousins, not twins. Okay, they can never look exactly the same, except you have like the same shape of face both on your left side and right side. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense in my head. When I'm done applying the concealer on my face, I like to go in with a concealer brush to just blend it into my skin. I am not one of those people that like my eyebrow concealer showing or just popping through the makeup. No, I love to blend it. The next thing I go in with is a skin corrector. You do not have to use this if you do not have spots. I have discoloration and I have some spots on my face. I recently had this weird breakout session, so I've had spots. I'm trying to deal with them. I've been using the La Roche-Posay vitamin C serum and that works. It gives me this glow. I've noticed some of the dark spots have faded, so yeah, that's what I used. And then I go in with this Huda Beauty foundation. This foundation, I like it. I like how it blends into my skin, but one thing I do not like is it leaves my skin looking really oily. I don't know if it's just my skin being oily or my skincare routine that makes my face shine, but I noticed whenever I use this particular foundation, my skin shines. I'm saying this because I'm someone who loves a matte finish, but if you're someone who do not mind like that shiny look or that glowy look, then this foundation is perfect. And it's also lightweight, which I also love. As you can see on the right side where I applied and the left side, it just blends really well into the skin. If you have like perfect skin tone, no discoloration, none of that stuff, then this would slide perfectly on your skin. But I think I'm going to try a different foundation to see if it's just my skin that shines, you know, or that my skin that just glows or loves to glow. As that's something I'm going to try. So let me know what matte foundations you guys use that have worked well for you. The next step with my makeup routine is my concealer. So the concealer is used to brighten and highlight places on your skin. If you notice, when I was applying my foundation, I did not apply the foundation directly underneath my eyes because I was going to use my concealer anyways. I do not try to use too much. Rather, I just place them and then blend them out using the spoolie or the brush that comes with the concealer. I just blend them out, then I go in with my contour. So for the contour, I use this from Huda Beauty. I just contour my cheeks, my forehead, and my nose. This has been something I do all the time. Usually people use 2 shades of concealer, so they go in with the skin tone first and then they go in with the lighter one. I would love to try out a makeup like that, maybe when I get another concealer, maybe a lighter concealer or something that is not very close to my skin tone, or maybe I should get a darker one, I don't know. But if I was to get like a different concealer, maybe a lighter one or something very close to my skin tone, I would try out the 2 concealer situation. But for now I just use this same one I use from Too Faced. After I've finished placing the contour around my face, my cheeks and my nose, I then go in with a brush to blend out the concealer. I love to use a brush first before going in with a beauty blender because I just feel the brush helps blend out the concealer properly. I'm able to get underneath my eyes properly. I'm able to get into sections where the beauty blender would not get. I would usually go in with a beauty blender after I'm done with the brush, but I did not show it in this video. But I would always go in with a beauty blender because I cannot seem to blend out a concealer to a point where I'm comfortable with it by just using a brush. I have to use a beauty blender to just blend everything out so it sits well on my face. The next step is my eyeshadow. Honestly, if you're a beginner, you just need one eyeshadow color that you love and just put it around your eyelids and blend out the top section. So for me, I love to use 3 colors from any palette or 3 random colors. I use one that's not too dark on the top section to blend out my crease area. Then I use a dark one towards the corners of my eyes, and then I use a lighter one in the middle part or the center part of my eyes. So that's my routine for eyeshadow. That's what I've always done. I just try to change the colors which are always around the nude-ish subtle vibes. But yeah, that's how I apply my foundation. My eyeshadow. Sometimes the colors on the eyeshadow palette do not even look or match with what shows up on my skin. I've learned to work with that. I've learned to understand that, you know, my skin is brown, so these colors are not going on like a white surface, they're going on a brown surface, so it mixes with my skin tone. That's honestly me just giving myself some sort of hope to feel better about the colors not matching with what I see on the palette. But you can try out different palettes if you want to, and different colors, and see how it matches on your skin. Sometimes it works if you apply so much, but it doesn't give me that exact color I see on the palette. So I just learn to work with what I have and see what works or what looks great on my skin and just keep using it that way. And I'm one of those people, if you look at my eyeshadow palettes, you would know which colors or what colors I use all the time, simply because the others are always untouched. I never touch the other colors. Like for this palette, the shiny colors or the colors with shimmers, I never touch them or I've never used them, just because I love a matte finish. I am a matte girl, okay? I love a matte finish. I love a matte eyeshadow. I used to love a matte lip, but now just moisturizing my lips before doing my lipstick just gives that glow that I like. So I would say maybe with the lips, I'm not really a matte girl anymore, but I'm a matte finish makeup or matte makeup finish. Next thing I'm going to go in with is my Huda Beauty setting powder. This is in the color Blondie. There was another color I saw that I felt would have matched better with my skin tone, but once I got the Blondie, I'm just like, you know what, I'm going to work with it. It's not bad, it's not worse, but I think the other color would have matched better with my skin tone. So I do that. I tap it on my hands first just to reduce the quantity, because I'm not someone who loves like a very bright under eyes. I'm pretty sure you guys have noticed from the concealer time. So I just tap it on my hand to reduce the quantity I may have picked up from the setting powder, and just tap it on my face and blend that out. This just gives the makeup a new look. It gives it definition. It mattes the face up, and yeah. Next step is bronzer, but this is not a bronzer. It's also a setting powder, but I use it as a bronzer, okay, because it's dark and it matches my skin tone. I just go over the places I applied my contour and just use the powder, and then go in with my blush. Guys, my blush is from the ghetto, okay? Let's not ask what brand it is. I think it's Golden Rose, but I've had it for a long time. I don't really use blush. Whenever I want to look cute, I try to use it, but I doubt it shows. And the next step is my lip liner for my lips. I use the eyeliner. Yes, this is one of the oldest products I've also used that I keep rebuying. I'm pretty sure I've bought like 10. at this point for over 5 years or 6 or 7 years. So when I told you guys, when I love something, I go in with it. So I just use this to line my lips. I think there's another shade people love to use in MAC. You can check that. I don't know what it's called, but this one is my fave. It's the one I use, and then I go in with my classic nude girl makeup or lipstick. Apply that on my lips. I love a what do you call it? The lip where it's like ombre vibe. That's my vibe for lips. Except I'm going in with like a lip gloss vibe, then I may not do the ombre look. But you see, with lipsticks, I go with the ombre. And finally, I would set all of my makeup using the setting spray from Charlotte Tilbury. It's new. This is a new product. I tried it. It seems okay, but I didn't really pay attention so much to it. And I just tried to dry that out and, you know, let it sit for a bit. Guys, I forgot to do my eyeliner, but before this video I made like a eyelash extension. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did it myself, the individual ones, but not like the cluster ones, you get me? So I'm just lining the 8 corners of my eyes, not the whole thing. And this is the final look, guys. This is the end result. I really love this makeup look. It's very simple, it's very demure. I don't know, do we still use that word? But it's very simple, very elegant, very natural. And these are the steps I use for my makeup look. Let me know what your thoughts are. Did you guys enjoy this video? If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you want more makeup looks. I would definitely be sure to do that. And I had fun filming this. It's been a while I recorded, but I had such a nice time. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.